Okay, the theme of the day is Brahea. I love Brahea. Love, love, love Brahea. Who doesn't love Brahea? The only people who don't love Brahea are the people who don't know Brahea. Meet Brahea, your new best friend. Here's another Brahea. I've got several videos on Brahea, however you want to say it. This one here is the San Jose Hesper palm. And it grows near San Jose del Cabo in the mountains by Cabo San Lucas. And I've actually been up in the mountains to see this plant. Now, it's a lot like, when it gets larger, it's a lot like a Mexican fan palm, which you would say, I'll pass on a Mexican fan palm because, they get too tall, they're thorny, they have lots of garbage hanging on them. But this is like a Mexican fan palm that went to finishing school. It's got this translucent foliage, way more translucent than a typical Washingtonia. It does have some thornage in here. You have to kind of watch out for when you're trimming, but the thorns are actually really kind of pretty. It gets a really beautiful pattern of hatching on the trunk, especially if you trim it correctly, which means trim back all of these as far as you can. It will make like a swirl pattern, but you can't really see that because the guy that lives here didn't trim it right. That's me, because I was lazy. But anyway, I've got 3 of them here. They're pretty slow growing. They do grow to like 30 or 40 feet eventually. But what I like about these plants is, oh, and by the way, guess who's not watering these whatsoever anymore? Nothing in this whole area here gets watered. So this is an example of a plant that you establish and then you just let it roll, let it do its thing. So yeah, that's a kind of a good strategy, because we don't have a lot of water. Better to drink our water than to give it to the plants if they don't need it. But what I like about this particular Brahea is that it gets this really iridescent yellow, kind of a yellowish glow to it. And here's one over here that's probably, I haven't fertilized them either. I think the less you fertilize them, the more they get the yellow glow. And I kind of like the yellow glow. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Really pretty. And you can see there's one of my Brahea armatas down there. This is kind of like my Brahea zone. This used to be a native garden, native California garden. But then I kind of found out that these Braheas used to be native here. They got pushed out in the last ice age. So I figure, you know what? If they used to be native here, then we'll just change the name of the garden to the native then and now garden. Then it's totally cool if they're in here. So we have these for sale at the nursery. So if you want something really, really cool, really, really bright, if you like that yellow color, I sure do, come on down and we will set you up with a Brahea brandeegei that you'll only have to water for 2 or 3 years and then never again. Bang, bang, boogie.